Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of SJGames Live. That's right, there's 2 episodes this week. We're hoping to do some more episodes like this. Today I am joined with Devin. I said joined by. I'm not joined with Devin,
No.
fortunately. Devin's one of our Munchkin developers. He's been here quite a while. Well, he's various times he's been here quite a while. And we're going to be playing some Random Fun Generator 2. You guys may remember this. We played this with Jimmy a while back. This is a really successful Kickstarter, the original one. Really successful Kickstarter that got funded. It's been delivered, and it actually got into retail as well. I believe it's getting printed later this year in Barnes and Noble. We'll have it. I think game stores will have it as well. So that's really fun. And since that one was so successful, people were looking for even more dice games. We have Random Fun Generator 2. The idea with these books is, with just the book, some dice, and maybe a couple other components, you have a lot of games. I believe there's 27 games in this book. And this campaign just launched today. It is on Kickstarter right now. And I believe it's already more than funded. We're unlocking stretch goals right now. The stretch goals are mostly dice related, unlocking more free dice for you, so you don't even have to go buy extra dice. If you do, they're on Warehouse 23. But if you want to just back the new book on Kickstarter, you'll get some extra dice at the $35 tier. Also have some cool extra stuff like Munchkin, it's Kitten Adventures. It's a new card set that currently it's only available on the Kickstarter. It's not Kickstarter exclusive necessarily. May come out in another way later. But right now it's the first way to get that. So if you're a Munchkin fan, you're looking for some new stuff, you maybe want a bunch of games, this is a great campaign to take a look at. And since we're taking a look at it, we're going to play a few of the 2-player games here. There are 27 games, but we're not going to play all of them, obviously. I picked some specifically made for 2-player games, but this goes from anywhere 2 and up. Some games are just 2+ and it goes to whatever. Some are like 2 to 5, some are 3 to 5, things like that. There's various player counts, but I decided to pick some that were designed specifically for 2 because I like trying those out. And I don't usually I usually have more people to play with, so I wanted to try out the specifically 2-player. Sure. So we're going to actually flip through. I'm going to do the overhead here so you guys can see this awesome art and kind of see what the layout looks like. Oh, there we go. Thanks, Brandon. No, that's cool. This art's by Lynn Peralta. This is he's done a lot of our Munchkin stuff. He did the original Random Fun Generator. The cover is inspired by karate. Nothing crazy. Ninja children. So what we're gonna start with is, and you can kind of see the layout's very similar to the original. I will say this is a tooling sample, so it's not exactly final. I believe the binding on the Kickstarter version is going to be white instead of black.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, so fundraiser, that's 2 to 4, weirdo 3 to 5. And I'm just gonna go. Power Circuit is a specifically 2-player game. It was a little bit bigger though, so I didn't want to play that one right off the bat. We may come back to it, but there's a couple other ones I was coming at. So as you can see, you get like the layout of the game. You get some art for each game, and then like a pretty detailed instruction. But usually all the games fit within 3 or 4 pages of rules at most. Most of them are just 1 or 2 pages, which is really cool. We're actually going to play Bunker Buster. So what you need for this is you have 6 dice in front of you, and you get 3 more dice. So we choose 9 dice. We're using today the Armyman dice, which I think are also on the Kickstarter. I know they're on Warehouse 23. I'm going to use the tan dice. You're going to use the green dice. And essentially the way this works is we each set dice out in front of us from numbered 1 through 6. And these are going to ultimately be our cannons. We're setting these up to essentially in pairs be cannons. And on a given turn, we're going to be rolling the other 3 dice. And whatever we get on this, we're going to try to match up with those cannons. So like say I have this pair. I'm not saying this is what I have, but I have like 2 9s, a 3. Those are my cannon pairs, for instance. If I roll this, I could say, okay, I want to match up this 9 with this 9 to fire that cannon. Now I don't have anything to do with this 4, unfortunately. If this had rolled a 3, I could also fire this cannon. So you can fire. You're trying to be able to make pairings of numbers where you can fire multiple cannons in a round potentially. But you still only have the numbers 1 through 6 to work with. So, like for example, I'm gonna go ahead and set my cannons out here. I'm gonna set something like. Well, I don't want to make them all 7s because that's definitely a possibility. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna do a 9, a 7, and a 5. It gives me a few different options. Now the catch is when you're doing damage to cannons. So let's say these are my cannons. When we deal a damage point, I get to choose which cannon I knock yours off of. So in the case, I'll slide this out of the way. We'll set our cannons here opposing each other. Slide yours in the frame here.
All right.
So these are your cannons. So essentially, say you did damage to me, you could choose to knock a cannon off down here. And to do damage, you're just knocking a pip off of the die, essentially.
Okay.
When a die is at 1 and gets knocked off, that die is just gone. And that gets permanently smaller.
All right.
And once all the cannons are gone, you're dead. Your bunker is busted. Let's see. Just any other catches here? Yeah. So yeah, just destroying everything. So yeah, let's get going. So we roll at the same time. Really, it's nothing great. So I rolled. Okay. That's okay. I think I can actually do something with this. So I could either fire. I'm gonna just fire my 5, and I have 2 1s. Unfortunately, the symbols on these dice are 1s. I'll just keep this. It's actually helping to white balance a little bit. So what do you got to fire there?
All right. Well, I've got 7, and so I have 6, 7, and 8. 6,
7, and 8. Okay. So we're each gonna fire 1 then. So you would just match up your 7 with the 7. I'm gonna do 1 damage here. I'm just gonna knock that die off.
All right.
And where would you like to do your damage?
You know, I might as well do the same.
Okay. So I have a 6 and a 5 now. Okay. Cool. Let's do it again.
All right.
Oh.
Cannon's 5.
Let's see. Still not able to fire 2 cannons, unfortunately, for me. I think I set my numbers a little too high. I am going to fire the 6 while it's still alive. You got yours?
I've also got a 6.
Okay, I'm going to knock... let's see. You have a high number, a mid number, and a low number. This one's being low is actually better. I'm going to knock this down by 1. Where'd you like to knock 1 down?
All right. See, that 9, I'm going to leave that at 9 at the moment.
I wish you wouldn't.
I know. Let's go ahead and knock this one down.
Okay. So one catch is the more you knock these other ones down, so the higher odds of me being able to fire multiple cannons. The 9's a problem. I'm going to be real. The 9 was probably reaching a little too close to the sun. So I have 5 and 5. Uh-oh. I don't think I can actually... I don't know. I think it has to match. Let me double check real quick. Yeah, it's match. Oh, no.
That's all right. We're both firing blanks.
Oh, you missed it too. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you rolled a 6. Yeah, we're just 1 off. Okay, I got lucky that round. Okay, this is much better. So I'll do I get to fire 2 cannons this round. I got a 4 to match my 4, and I got a 6 to match the 6. How are you looking?
Well, I've got, I can fire the 5.
You can fire the 5, then we'll do that. So, where would you like to hit? And I'll get to do 2 off of you.
All right, let's... That 9 is also a problem for me, though, because I have to whittle it down.
It is an issue.
So, I will go ahead and knock this down to
start
the 4.
Start working on it.
A little bit.
So I'm gonna take that out. And I'm gonna keep you have 2 5s. So
all right.
Like if you roll 2 5s, it's bad for me. But like, what are the odds of that? Let's see. Did you roll 2 5s immediately?
I did actually, yeah.
I can only fire 1. The number's just off. Oh, great. So yeah, take your shots.
All right, I will knock this guy out.
And
then roll this one on down to a 5.
I'm gonna take this up 4, I guess.
Okay.
That was brutal. So that was this, and this. These are the ones I rolled, yeah. Okay, here we go. Now we're on track. I can fire twice. Those are the ones I'm firing.
I rolled a little too high, actually.
See, that's where it's definitely a push your luck game to a degree, similar to something like Zombie Dice or things of that nature. There's actually a game that's similar to this in the first book called Broadside, or Battleship or Broadside. I can't remember, but it's essentially a smaller scale with less dice, but kind of a similar concept. And there's more bluffing. This is more of a push your luck and where you actually strategize.
Right.
So I'm gonna do. So you have a 4, 5, and a 7. I want to keep your numbers kind of similar, so I'm gonna take this one down to a 5.
All right.
Total. So you have like 2 5s. It's risky because that's actually really risky, but I think I'm gonna do it.
That's kind of similar the whole way down.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're and you hit one.
I did. I'm gonna go ahead and roll this guy down. Makes it that much easier to fire, but it's that much closer to gone.
Yeah. So let's we're getting there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna fire the 5, I guess.
This is too much.
Oh yeah, you did. It is too much. The 2 1s don't do anything for you.
They really don't. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna knock this die out.
Yeah.
We're down to 4 4 5 on that side. The 8 is still so the 8 was maybe not the worst decision then. Oh no, I rolled really high. I can do a 5 though.
I can also do a 5.
Okay. Well, I'll knock this one down to a 4 then. So you got 3 4s.
Right. Down to a 1.
There we go. I need a 1 actually, because I've had so many extra 1s. Oh, and of course I don't this time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! Look at this. You rolled exactly that.
You did, and I can't do anything because I have 3 4s.
Oh. Well, now you're gonna have 2 3s and a 4. So there you go.
Ugh, looking a little grim.
We got it again. That was an 8.
Wow.
You got one that time.
I did.
So where do you want to hit?
I am taking out that cannon.
So I am 1 cannon down. So that means that for sure I can't fire that 1 random shot. And I can't actually take one of your cannons out this round. So I'm actually just gonna do 1 down to 3 and 1 down to 2. So it just makes your additions a little bit hard. You have to roll low.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you did that. Fine. Fine. I do get to fire once though.
All right.
You get 2 shots.
I do.
Oh, this is actually scary. For you, my 1, I'm gonna do this to a 2.
Yeah. Wise. If I can hit both times in the same cannon.
Yes, you can.
So I'll bring that down to a 3. If I can leave you with just an 8, that
Yeah,
makes it rough.
it's pretty rough actually. Oh no, I didn't roll enough to fire anything. What do you got? 2?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Have yourself a little 1 on that cannon.
No. Okay. It's not looking great, guys. I got an 8. Exactly an 8. You got it too, so I'm assuming.
Yep.
So we're gonna take this down to a 2.
All right.
I needed exactly an 8. This is really bad.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get exactly an 8.
That's all right. I rolled way too high.
Okay, here we go. I got exactly an 8.
Nice.
And you got 1 too? Okay, so I'm
Good.
going to hit this one down to 1, and take either one down to 3, sure.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Need that 7.
No 7. No 7. Nothing there too?
for me.
Thank God. No 7. Got a 6 and you hit it again. I'm assuming just down to a 2.
Yep.
The whittling down begins. No 6. Oh, the addition is
Way too
difficult.
much.
Oh yeah, you rolled way too high. I got a 6 this time, yes.
I did.
And you got a 1.
I did.
So I'm gonna knock the 1 out though, and you can hit me down to 1 here. That's 1, yeah. So I need 5s now. Okay, it's getting down to it. I got a 5.
Oof. I got nothing.
Ping it. See if we can knock these out. I got a 5.
I can fire.
You can fire once at least.
Yeah.
1 die gone. I'll take this one out.
Yep.
So you're down to a 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down to a 4. I'm not hitting. Oh no.
Fire.
Okay. Here, I'm gonna line these up.
Yep.
These are our cannons. I got a 3.
I did not.
Down to 1. Here we go. No 3.
No 1.
3.
1.
You got me to 2. I got you out.
Yep.
There's Bunker Buster. That's so again. It kind of mattered a lot more what we said at the beginning. The 9 was really bad for me early. It didn't let me do a lot of shots, but the fact that you didn't focus on it early meant that I was just able to kind of sit on it for a while and just with 3 dice. So with 3 dice, your average roll between 3 dice is 9. So that means the average of a 7 in between there is pretty good. So you're like if my average is 9, pretty good. If I just want to fire once a turn, so
And
not bad.
I liked it. I would definitely play that again.
Yeah, it's a nice little push luck game. Again, none of these games that I'm picking out of here right now are probably gonna last more than 5-10 minutes at most. So that's kind of what I like about games like this. There are some in here that do a little bit more, which we'll flip through as we go. I wanted to kind of show some of them off. I'm not gonna play through all of them, but you guys can get an idea of what it looks like. Let's flip to the overhead. I wanted to actually kind of show off some of the cool stuff that they added. So in addition to like having just dice. Brandon, can you flip to the overhead for me? So in addition to just dice, there's stuff that actually requires boards in the game potentially to use. We've also integrated more decks of cards and stuff like that. Not for every game. We still want most things to be able to play just with dice, but some you want to have like cups to roll your dice in, which I'll show you guys in a second. We'll have a game that's something like that. We got some Bluffing Shady Business, Bank Shot. I believe this one. Yeah, this one's the pool based calling your shot game, Collision Course. Like this one's got a separate kind of round thing here. Boxing theme game, Uneven Stevens. Pipsqueaks, I love that art. Let's see. The one, and again, this is another one that has like you'd actually use the book itself for the board, which is pretty cool. That one it was more than a 2-player game though.
Sure.
Third Degree is a weird one. So what I tried to pick were some ones that were generally different, not all the same. They're just rolling. This one's actually not a rolling game. This is a deduction game. Would you like to be the criminal or the detective for the first round? We're both gonna play both roles. So
I'll be the criminal.
You'll be the criminal. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna, or sorry, the crook.
Crook.
I'm the detective. So we're gonna be doing 2 rounds, 2 turns. And we switch each. Round. So. Or switch roles each turn. Sorry. So you take 2 dice, and you set them to any value. And here, let's use these mugs. We actually brought these mugs for this exact reason. Hide them under your mug, just so I make sure I don't get any look at them. So you are gonna set 2 dice in secret under your mug to some value, any value you want. Doesn't matter. And now I'm going to take 4 evidence dice. Once again, I'm using the Armyman dice, just because I think this is my favorite set of dice that we make. So I get to roll these.
Okay.
I'm going to slide this down a little bit. If any of these had matched, I would be able to re-roll them, but they did not. And now with these dice, I get to ask a few questions. So what I'm trying to do is determine what dice you have under the mug. Yeah, you can just slide the mug over so everyone can kind of see. The mug is indeed hidden. So we're trying to determine what's under the mug essentially. What does the crook have? And I get to ask a couple things. So there's very specific questions that you can ask in this. It has all here. Is either crime die? Essentially, I select a die, and then based on the die I select, I ask the question based on that die. Are both crime die X? Are both crime die less than X? Etc. Etc. And you have to answer truthfully,
Of course.
and but it's only yes or no. So, and all these questions are all yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm gonna do, this is my first question. One thing to note, something I should mention here is, based on how many evidence dice that I have left, if I can make the guess before and I get it correctly, based on how many evidence dice I have left, I'll actually get a better score.
Okay.
So if that
Makes sense.
Okay,
Sure.
So. I'm going to use this. Is the sum of the crime dice greater than X?
Yes.
Okay, so use that. Oh, and then I actually roll them all again. So I use them once, and then I get to re-roll everything. Oh no. Well, about very close to the same. Let's see. So I could guess, but that doesn't really tell me anything. That tells me that it's, one could be big, one could be small. Oh, this is tough. Deduction games are always tough for me. I don't think the last 2 are like if they're odd or even. I don't think that's going to help me very much right now. Is either... Oh, wait, so I said it's a sum. It could be greater if it's this, having greater, then it's not this. There's no point in that. Are both crime dice greater than X?
No.
Or greater than 4? So both are not. One is at least. So one's at least a 3 through a 1. Got it. But it's higher. So it's 1. So what does that negate? So it has to be a 9, 8, or 7 because it's greater than 6. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm getting it now. Oh man, I don't think this actually helps. Oh man, because the questions on here. Oh, you know what? This will actually help me. I'm gonna use this because there's a question that I can ask that's not number related, which is the sum of the dice, the crime dice, even?
Yes,
Is it 8?
it is.
Yes. Okay. 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 We got there. We got there. So detective may guess the value of the crime dice after any question answered. Guessing a correct answer sooner will score 1 point. So if it's correct, which it was, I score 1 point plus 1 point for each unused evidence die. So I had 2 points essentially. I'm going to use one of these dice over the side to keep track of it. If I had been incorrect, you would have actually scored points.
Okay.
So yeah, now I get to be the correct. You get to be the detective. So let me get you. Oh, you got some dice over there. I'm gonna roll 2 up here. Alrighty. Let's see how good you are at this. I want to see it. Make sure to roll on camera.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. I'm a liar's dice player, so being able to look at dice under a cup is always one of my favorite things in the world. It's just like, okay. Anyone ever played Red Dead Redemption? You had that like animation where you just keep looking at it. Okay, let's see it. Let's see your evidence.
All right.
What do you got against me? You never bring me in alive. I've stolen these dice.
Okay.
Oh, and here's your questions. I'll hand you the book this time.
Sure.
And this is what you've rolled. I'm gonna slide mine back actually since we've successfully given you the book.
Okay. Well,
While he's not looking past.
I pretty much agreed with your opening question, so I don't feel any real need or any real need to deviate just yet. So, is the sum of the crime dice greater than 6?
You'd like to know, wouldn't you?
I would.
No.
Okay. That answers a lot.
So that die goes away, and you get to reroll the next 3. And ask me some more questions, copper. Or detective. I guess he could be a freelancer. I shouldn't assume. Okay.
No, sorry.
You're good. You should ask me the same question with that 6 again. Just burn it. Just burn it. Because you're such a good detective, you don't need this evidence. You already know the number.
Indeed. Let's see. Is the sum of the crime dice odd?
That's odd. Wouldn't you? Oh, yeah. Yes, it is.
Jimmy is urging Devin to break out the rubber hose.
All right. So that's your second question. So you know it's odd and the sum is less than 6.
All right. Well, that makes it 3 or 5. Let's see.
It's tough sometimes. Like, you're like, okay, I can get this. I know that it's one of 2 or 3 things, but...
Well, and I have to use these.
But you have to use those specific questions, exactly. It's the questions that kind of make it such a burn. It's less like you can deduct it, but it's more like, how do I get to the right answer with the questions provided? Tough one.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Is it even? No, I'm joking.
Is either crime die greater than 2?
No.
Okay.
Now you can make a guess. You don't have to.
The answer is 3.
You got it. Okay, he got it. He got there, folks. Oh man. So he'd score 2. You want to play one more round to see if we can?
For you.
Let's do it. Let's
All
do
right.
it. I'll be the crook again this round. Let's start with that. We got one more after this, and then
Sure.
I want to try one more round because I just like guessing. It's a lot of fun. I'll stay as the crook. Oh, I shouldn't have looked. I'm gonna reroll, so just in case you saw it. All right.
I mean, do you have to roll? Or can you just choose what you want?
Oh wait, that's right. Yeah. I don't know why I rolled before. Hmm. That's a good point. See, I screwed it up before. Now it's time to really. Okay, I got it.
Okay.
I didn't actually screw it up. I mean, theoretically,
No,
it's
it
the
was
same,
fine. Yeah.
same idea. And actually, that was a really good number to choose. I think it came down to it. If you hadn't gotten that 6 in the first one, it probably would have. Well, you probably wouldn't have asked the same question
I
if
don't
you
think
didn't
I
get
would
a
have.
6. I wouldn't have asked that because that's a good first question if you get a 6. I think.
Pretty powerful. It narrows things down.
What I meant to say is it's bad. You shouldn't do it.
I mean, you know. But it would feel a little silly to just do the same thing over and over again, right? We're playing a game here, so
Sure.
let's start out with
He has honor, folks. He's a detective. I don't.
is the sum of the crime odd? Let's go with that question
That's
again.
okay.
It
okay.
does.
That's still pertinent. So
It is, it
that'll help just in a different order. It is not.
Okay. Good.
Great. Get 3 more evidence dice. Okay.
All right.
Let's bring those in.
5. Okay.
The folks at home have seen my dice.
So this will be an interesting question, I think, to help me out here.
Sure.
Are both crime dice greater than 4?
Oh, interesting. No.
Okay.
That is a good question. If I was just like, we're putting the top of the chain. Okay, rolled again. Oh
no.
Interesting. That's maybe less useful now, but maybe still pretty good.
Let's see.
I love being able to tease the people so they can see all the stuff at home. Devin just don't look up.
Yep, I've been
I know.
been doing my best to be an honorable detective.
Let's see, I'm gonna be an unscrupulous detective. I'm
Start
a
making
dirty
sing
cop.
some Backstreet Boys. So I know it's even, and they're not both greater than 4. This plus the dice is giving me some issue here.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just gonna have to go with the tried and true question: is the sum of the crime dice greater than 6?
It is.
Okay.
Now you get your last one. We're finally down to the last die.
We are. And I have to use it. Okay. All right.
Oh no.
So I know it's even. I know it's more than 6. Or, yeah, I know it's more than 6. So that gives me 8, 10, or 12. They're not both greater than 4. So, can't be 12. It could be 10, so I'm at 8 or 10.
You got more information, I think, than you thought.
But at this point, last time I knew what it was. So
True
I
that.
still
True
have.
that. True that. Well, this is what you get for being honorable.
Mhm.
Remember that, folks. That's the lesson to be learned.
Question is, can I figure it out by questions I have left in that one?
Yeah, I think you need to ask some question good about that's going to help you in this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I can't imagine. I think it's going to come down to a 50-50 on this one. Well, no. No, you have an option. You want me to be an honorable criminal? Okay, I won't. I won't then.
So I'm operating on.
It's tough.
I will use the die.
Okay.
Are both crime die less than
That's the
6?
question. No.
No. Okay.
Then yeah, you get your guess.
All right. I'm gonna go with 10.
Yep, you got it. It had to be because if it was 8, then they'd both be less. One of them would have to be less than 6.
Mhm.
I guess not. It could have been a 2, but no. There's a question you asked earlier that indicated it. Yeah, I would play another one, but since you got the max points, I think we'll call you the best detective there. You didn't get max points, I guess, but
No,
yeah, you got that 3 points there. We're gonna do one more. This one's gonna be a very chancy game, a little less tactical, a little less thought burning. But I wanted to use these cups to make noise with them, so that's why we're gonna do it. Let's go to the overhead one more time, Brandon. I'm gonna show this one off. We got a few here. Bug catcher. Let's flip through. Thread the needle. I love the art of thread the needle. It's got a ski jump with sharks and bears. This one, I forgot what the name is. There's carnivorous.
Yep.
So the way it works is you are going to. Oh, we each need 5 dice. So I got my 5 tan dice.
All right. 5 green dice.
2 opaque cups, or in this case, Steve Jackson Games mugs that we have from years ago. Oh, that's great. So this is another one we get to roll and keep them secret. So this is going to be like Liar's Dice, kind of. Not exactly the same. So let's go ahead and do it. Shake it up, and you keep those secret. I'll slide this up so people can see the cups here if we all reveal dice. We secretly choose one of our dice and keep it a secret. And once we've both chosen, we both reveal. Higher value defeats a lower value, except for 1 always defeats 6. And essentially, if we both reveal the same value, we're both defeated. And we're just trying to knock each other's dice out until one of us is out. It's literally 1 page of rules. It's more, again, like a chance game where you're trying to the only tactics are really trying to bluff your opponent,
All right.
which I would never do. Let's see. Got one?
I do. Oh.
So those are both knocked out. Great, good job. Okay. Knocked it out.
Mm-hmm. You kept that one, right? Or,
What
are you doing?
Oh yeah. Sorry. So yeah, I get to keep that. Yeah. Oh, take it back in my hand for next turn. So it goes over here back to my hand essentially.
Okay.
Okay, I got one.
All right.
You got that one. Okay. So it's a 2. No, I was gonna. Oh well. Dang it! You got me. Okay, so I was actually when you put the 6 up, I was convinced you didn't have a 6 after all that time. I was like, "There's he for sure would have done it." We're going again. That's not acceptable to me. Oops, lost one. Hold on.
Chunk.
There we go. These aren't great rolling cups, to be honest, but they do sound cool.
They do. They sound
Okay.
great.
Let's try this again. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here. Come on.
All right. Good job. Good job.
There it is. Try to do your delayed thing. I guess that's the last one. So.
All right.
I rolled 3 5s, so that helped a lot. But,
Yeah. You
we'll do one more.
destroyed me.
We'll do one more. Final redemption. Brandon took the headphones off when we start rolling the dice because of the cup sound. I love it. But again, this is why this one's a little bit more of a chance game. But it's still I love stuff like this.
Sure.
Nailed it. Oh, well, okay. Well, that's annoying.
See,
Okay.
when I liked it so much, I want to do it again.
Oh, there it is.
Rolled a lot.
There we go, Brandon. That was that game. That's pretty much. I just wanted to show that one off because it was kind of It was kind of goofy. I love that one. It's so dumb, but I love it. I think so. Of the games we played, what's your favorite?
Man, I know I really liked all three of them. I'd play them more. I definitely tend towards the deduction games.
I
So,
actually was gonna say the same thing. I really liked the deduction game.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys played other games, but like Cryptid and some other games like that from some. I believe that's Osprey Games does that one.
So,
Uh,
Sherlock Holmes is one of my
Sherlock
favorites.
Holmes
No,
Detective Series.
Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes, yes, that's right. I heard that one. The Sherlock Holmes Detective. I've
Yeah.
played that one a lot. So I do like deduction stuff. I'm not usually that good at it. So that was a very like. You know what it reminded me a lot of is Mastermind.
Yeah.
The old game where you put the
Oh, yeah.
pegs in and you have to like deduct it over like 20 turns.
Mhm.
It's like that, but without having to do 20 turns of Mastermind.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun. And there's, again, guys, there's 27 games here. We barely scratched the surface. And I picked specifically ones that we could for sure play in like 30 to 45 minutes. I wanted to show a wide variety of different games off to everyone. But there's tons more. Even this one was a 2-player Cream of the Crap. I love the name. I love the name. But this one has you wanted a deck of cards for this one. I didn't really want to bust out anything but the dice to show off. But again, just add a deck of cards. You're good to go. The most that these will require of you is dice. Very few require cards, and some ask you to keep track of stuff like markers or something like that. But you can use dice for that if you want, or any form like tiddlywinks, stuff like that. So nothing crazy. Cart before the horse. I just love stuff. 4 alarm. Great fun. This is another 2-player one. I didn't actually play this one, but it's got a board and you kind of have a grid that you work off of. It looks chess-like, but it's not actually really chess or anything like that. But it's pretty strategic. It's called Can of Worms. A little more depth again. Some games a little more in depth. Some games a little more roll and chance. Some games have that nice bridge. I feel like this was obviously Carnivorous is like very much on the light end of stuff. I'd say that the first one we played was Bunker Buster was kind of on the lighter end as well, and I'd say that the middle ground is probably the deduction game, simply because it's maybe one step up. Like if you're teaching your kid how to play Carnivorous, great, and then teach them some deductive reasoning with the crime dice, the crooks. We got Drop Zone. Yeah, this is really cool. I'm really happy that this is out because Random Fun Generator 1's been one of our favorite items that we've got to do recently. Still having 27 more games. I mean, between these two books, now we're over 50 games. Like, you get these two books and you've got tons of stuff. All you need is some dice and, like, usually stuff that you already have around. But, of course, if you don't have dice, we've got dice for you. And keep unlocking more. So, thanks to you guys for all that support. Devin, thank you for coming and play this game, and thanks for helping design all the Munchkin stuff that's been coming out, because we got the Munchkin Kid Adventures on there, which is really cool. I love seeing new dungeon cards. It's Katie Cook art, right?
Of course.
So love it, gotta love it. Plus, she did the art for the Kitten Dice, so I gotta do a shout out to Katie Cook. She has great stuff. I think I used the Kitten Dice last time we played this. I might have used Army Men Dice though. It's both. I've used both Kitten Dice and Army Men Dice a lot, so those are my two favorites. But yeah, Brandon, we have any questions or anything like that in chat that we need to?
I think this is for the last game, but how does the winning dice for the next hand work? Do you play rounds until you're out?
Yes, actually, you're supposed to knock out, but I didn't want to play through till you're completely knocked out, because he was knocked out completely anyway. So
Yeah, the second round had nothing.
So yeah, we just kind of reset it. But yeah, you save it to the hand till you're knocked out. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. You check out the Kickstarter now. That's going to be running for just a week, so keep that in mind. It closes next Thursday. And yeah, we'll be doing hopefully again trying to get 2 streams a week going. That's our goal. Right now it's a little bit tougher because we got obviously Gen Con was last week. Origins is next week. Thankfully, Devin had his COVID test and everything's good. Everybody had their COVID test and everybody's good, so I'm very thankful for that. But it's one of those things. It was very last minute that I was for sure I had someone to play with here. So we'll see going forward how we can do that. But look for more streams from us. So keep following us on Twitch, on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you like to watch us. We're definitely adding more content as we go along. But guys, other than that, thanks for joining us, and hope you have a good week, and see you next week.